All right, the last section of this set of notes is we are still going to solve equations. They are 2 steps, but I threw in negative numbers. Okay, so I still need to get rid of the -6 and the 13, and if it's minus 13, we're going to add 13 to both sides. You're left with -6k. 83 plus 13 is 96. We have a multiplication problem. It's still a number next to a letter. So we're going to divide both sides by -6. And make sure you divide both sides by -6, not just 6. Because if you just do the 6, then you're left with -k, and you need your variables to always be positive. So now I have 96 divided by 6 is 16, and a positive divided by a negative is a negative. Okay, I got to get rid of the 7 and the 18. I'm going to do the 18 first through subtraction. This here says -24 minus 18. Keep, change, change. Now I have 2 negatives. When I have 2 negatives, I add. So I get 12, 2, 3, 4, -42. Multiply, so we're going to divide. -42 divided by 7 is -6. I need to get rid of the -9 and the 13. So I'm going to get rid of the 13 first. If it's minus 13, we're going to add 13. You're left with -9x. This is -103 plus 13. It's already an addition problem, but it's one of each. And when you have one of each, you subtract. We'll get 0.90, which is bigger than 103, and it's negative. Divide both sides by -9. And -90 divided by -9 is +10. Get rid of the -9 and the +1. I'm going to do the 1 first through subtraction. So I have -9x. This right here is -80 minus 1, which is -80 plus -1. If I did keep, change, change. Now I have 2 negatives, so I'm going to add, and I get -81. Divide both sides by -9. -81 divided by -9 is +9. Okay, I have to get rid of the -14 and the 8, so I'm going to get rid of the 8 first through addition, because that's the inverse operation. So I'm left with d over -14, and then 27 plus 8 is 35. Now I have a division problem, so I have to multiply both sides by -14. So 35 times 14, 5309 is -490, because a positive times a negative is a negative. Okay, next one. I have to get rid of the 9 and the -7. So I'm going to do the -7 first. If it's add -7, we're going to subtract -7 from both sides. That side cancels. Leaves you with m over 9. So right here we have -15 minus minus negative 7. It's a subtraction problem with negatives, so keep, change, change. Now I have one of each. When you have one of each, you subtract. 15 minus 7 is 8, and the 15 is bigger, so it's negative 8. Multiply by 9, because this is division and the opposite of divide is multiply, so multiply. Left with m. Negative 8 times 9 is negative 72. Again, all of your answers on the worksheet will be whole numbers, positive or negative whole numbers.